Are you out of your mind? Meg got slammed for having the guts to admit herself as Nelson Mandela. Meghan Markle has told the emotional story of how a South African cast member of The Lion King said to her how much it meant to see the Duchess as part of the royal family. Speaking in an in-depth interview, the Duchess of Sussex said the cast member came up to her when she attended the star-studded premiere of the Disney remake in July 2019. Setting the scene, Meghan said how she had just had Archie and had been scared to go out when a cast member from South Africa pulled her aside. Meghan said, "He looked at me and he's just like light. He said, 'I just need you to know, when you married into this family, we rejoiced in the streets, the same we did when Mandela was freed from prison.'" With yet another barely disguised jab at the firm, Meghan Markle has drawn criticism from Americans after she compared herself to Nelson Mandela and said she has to move on from the royal family. However, not everyone agreed with this opinion. Sunrise host Natalie Barr has labelled Meghan Markle a tosser in an extraordinary on-air rant after the Duchess of Sussex compared herself to Nelson Mandela. "I think in Australia, we'd say she's just full of it. She's a tosser. She's a total tosser. That's how we describe her. I just can't. The way she speaks," she said. Nelson Mandela is the first black president of South Africa. His negotiations in the early 1990s with South African President F.W. de Klerk helped end the country's apartheid system of racial segregation and ushered in a peaceful transition to the majority rule. Mandela and de Klerk were jointly awarded the Nobel Prize for Peace in 1993 for their efforts. So, to compare Meghan with a legend like Nelson Mandela for many people is ridiculous and disrespectful. Newsreader Edwina Bartholomew offered a more diplomatic response to Meghan's claims, telling the panel, "I think she has a very different narrative, perhaps in the US, to what is being accepted in the UK. Or just everywhere in the world." Natalie Barr scoffed as the cock joked, "That's Eddie's code for tosser." Americans have called her most recent statements sickening, saying they're so out of touch with reality after the pair chose to stop acting as working royals. She's also come under fire for using her title to keep trashing the institution that bestowed it upon her. Meghan's recent explosive interview even asserts that before they left, she and Prince Harry were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy simply by existing. If Meghan Markle dislikes the royal family so much, why is she still using the Duchess of Sussex title? Boston-based journalist Lucy Burge questioned. "She's the most obnoxious and phoniest person alive." She received criticism from Piers Morgan, who referred to her remarks as revoltingly self-aggrandizing, dishonest, and hypocritical pile of royal-bashing tosh. While some immediately accused her of making up the Mandela narrative, he said that it left him gagging. She received criticism for saying Prince Harry informed her, "I lost my dad," after their public argument over his decision to leave the firm. Prior to the couple's Oprah appearance, royal analysts had said that Harry had been reconnecting with his father, but Prince William and Harry's brother bond had not yet completely restored.